Hi, in this video tutorial, we are continuing with files in C++. Next, we will discuss about sequential and random access operations in files. So, first we will discuss about the concept of sequential access and random access operation in a file. First, we will see what is sequential access. In the case of sequential access, the computer system reads or writes information to a file sequentially. That is, starting from the beginning of the file and proceeding step by step. But in the case of random access, the computer system can read or write information anywhere in the file. So this concept you can see in the figure, that is, in the case of sequential access, when you perform a write operation, the data is written into a file in sequential order, like data 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. are stored in the disk in the same order, like in the sequential order: memory location 1, memory location 2, memory location 3, memory location 4, etc. So the data are stored in a sequential order in the disk. So if you want to access data from that file, that is also accessed in the sequential order. For that, it will look at the disk at the memory location 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. for the data. But in the case of random access, when you perform a write operation, data are stored in different memory locations. It is not necessary to store data in order. In the case of random access, they may be stored in different memory locations. So it is also stored in the disk at different blocks. But important thing is, the computer system knows where the data are stored. That is done by using indexing. That is why random access is also called as direct access. It can directly go to the location and access the data where it is stored. That is done by using indexing. In the figure you can see that when you perform a write operation, the first data or first block may be stored in some location, and the second block or some other second data may be stored in some other location, and third data may be stored in some other location. They are not stored in the sequential order. But if you want to read that data from the file, that is accessed from the memory by connecting these memory locations in order by using indexing and set, then you will get all the data. Next, we will discuss about how to perform read and write operation in a file in the case of sequential access. There are many functions are available. The main functions are getOff, putOff, getLineOff, etc. In the case of getOff and putOff function, they are capable of handling single character at a time. But the function getLineOff can handle multiple characters at a time. Other than this, we have readoff and writeoff functions are available. They are capable of reading and writing blocks of binary data. We can say that the getOff and putOff functions are byte oriented. That means a getOff function will read 1 byte of data and putOff function will write 1 byte of data. The most common way to use getOff function along with putOff function is istream ampersand getOff char ampersand ch and ostream ampersand putOff char ch. The meaning of this one is the getOff function reads a single character from the associated stream and put that value in ch. It returns a reference to the string. Then the putoff function writes the value of CS to the stream and returns a reference to the string. Next we will discuss about how to perform read operation and write operation in a file in the case of random access method. In the case of random access method, when you perform a write operation, the data stored at different memory locations in the disk. If you want to keep track of these memory locations in order, you need to keep the index values of memory locations. For that, the iStream and OStream provides member functions for repositioning the file position pointer. The member functions are seekg, that is seekget for iStream, and seekp, that is seekput for OStream. The arguments to seekg and seekp are considered as long integer. There is also a second argument that can be specified to indicate the seek direction. For example, the seek direction can be BEG, that is syntax is ios :BEG. That is the default seek direction. BEG stands for positioning relative to the beginning of the string. Then second seek direction is ios :CUR. CUR stands for positioning relative to the current position in the string. And the third one is end, that is ios :end. That is for positioning relative to the end of a string. These are the three seek directions. This is used as a second argument. The file position pointer is an integer value that specifies the location in the file as a number of bytes from the file's starting location. The example for this concept is discussed in the next slide. This is an example of positioning the get file position pointer. In the first case, position to the nth byte of file object. Assume that seek direction is BEG. Then the syntax is file object dot seekg of n. Here only one argument is used. No need to specify the second argument because the seek direction is beginning, that is by default, so no need to mention it. It will automatically take seek direction as beginning. Then what will happen in this case is the file position pointer now positioned at n bytes from the starting location of the file. If you need to do such cases, you can use the syntax like this. Then if you want to position your file position pointer n bytes forward from the current location, you can use syntax like this: file object dot seekg of n comma ios :CUR. It will position your file position pointer n bytes forward from the current file location or current file position pointer location. The next one is, if you want to position your file position pointer n bytes back from the end of file object, then you can write syntax as file object dot seekg of n comma ios :end. This will position your file position pointer n bytes back from the end of the file object. Then the fourth case is, if you want to position your file position pointer at the end of the file object, you can write file object dot cg of 0 comma ios double colon x. So here the number of bytes is 0, so it will position your file position pointer at the end of file object. When we compare sequential access and random access operations in files, we can see that sequential access follow an order or sequence in accessing a data. But in the case of random access, the data is accessed randomly. The time required to access a data in sequential access is less as compared to random access. Or we can say that sequential access is much faster as compared to random access, because reading operation in random access takes higher number of seek operations than sequential reading. Then example for sequential access is tape drives, and random access you can see in hard disk and optical drives. This is the end of video tutorial of sequential and random access operations in files. Thank you.